Hi guys! So it is the end of June already. So it's time for monthly favorites. I didn't do one for the month of May, I did one for April. It's mostly beauty, but there's a couple of non-beauty items, and one of them is my Librette. I hope that's not a cop-out or anything, but I really actually do absolutely love it. It's something I was toying with for a while, really wanted to get, and finally decided to go for it. I've had it for just over 3 weeks now, and I really love it. It's healed up really nicely. I can move my mouth without it hurting. I can even press my lips together and I don't even feel it. But it does hurt if it gets hit. Like my daughter hit me the other day and that hurt. Favorite number 2 for the month of June, and yes, I know I'm very late to this party. Very late, but that's a TV show, and it is Sherlock. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm just dying over Sherlock. I don't have time to watch tons of shows all the time, so I was watching Game of Thrones, of course, when it was out, which was brilliant, by the way. That was in my April favorites. And I finally took a friend's recommendation, many friends, and my husband, and watched Sherlock. I've always been a fan of Benedict Cumberbatch. He is brilliant in Sherlock. It is funny without trying to. I think that's what I like the most about it, is that it's intelligent, and it doesn't try to be funny. Yes, there are jokes in there, but because of the way it's delivered, it's not meant to be a comedy, but it just is. Partly because I think Benedict and Martin Freeman, who plays Dr. Watson, have such brilliant comic timing, both of them. And it's such a fun show, and I'm so pissed that we have to wait until 2016 for season 4. I think I literally binge watched all 3 seasons in about 2 nights, and I've rewatched it since. And every single time I rewatch it, there's something new. So yeah, that's hands down my favorite show for the month of June. I'm going to jump into my beauty favorites. So there's a few things that I got at the end of May that I've been trying out. First one I got was this. This is it. The packaging has rubbed off, and this is broken, which is really annoying. I bought it like that, but what can you do? But anyway, this is Milani's Baked Blush in Coralina. You know I'm a fan of Luminoso. I love it. And then I got this, and I've hardly used anything else for this entire month of June. It is a really beautiful apricot color, where Luminoso is more peach. And of course it does have quite a shimmer to it, but it's not an overpowering shimmer. And what I find, if I want to cut down the shimmer, I'll apply it, and then I'll apply my face powder over it, and then I get the perfect sheen. I have it on today. It is really beautiful, and it's beautiful for summer because it's a brighter color, and you know, in summer we all get tanned. Even if you don't sit out in the sun, it's just brighter, and you know, you tend to get more color in your skin just from being outdoors. So this has been my go-to blush literally for the entire month of June. And then 2 of the other things that I got, a friend came in and she brought me some stuff, and the first one is the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur Primer. It says it's an instant skin smoother. You know, it doesn't absolutely make my pores disappear, but it does smooth them out a little bit. But what I do like very much about it is that it doesn't necessarily keep my skin matte, but it stops my makeup from breaking down. Like, especially if I've had it on for a very long time, it doesn't break down around my nose. Even if my skin does seem to get a little bit shiny, which is normal, you know, you blot and you powder every couple of hours and that's fine. But this stops my makeup from breaking down around my face, especially when I'm sweating or it's really hot, which it is really hot here right now. So this has been a lifesaver. It feels lovely. It's just a clear silicone-based primer. It doesn't have any color. It does make your skin feel like velvet, and I've used it literally every single time I put on my makeup. I have a couple of other primers. I don't even touch them. This has won for me hands down. The other thing that my friend brought in for me, one of the other things that she brought in for me, which if you've been watching my videos, you know that I love. I have talked about it non-stop, and wow, okay. And my first impression of it was recorded on video, and I'll find that video and put it down below for you. I can't remember which one it was now. But that, of course, is my Physicians Formula, the 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner Plus Serum. It's a long name, but this really is, seriously, it's the best liquid eyeliner I have ever tried in my life. It's got a really fine brush tip, which is, you know, it looks like a felt tip, but it's a brush, and that is wonderful. You get such beautiful control. You can make a really, really thin line. You can make a really, really thick line, and I love it. And I loved it so much that another friend of mine went to the States, and she's coming back in this week, and she's brought me 2 more. And this, of course, is in Ultra Black, just so that you know. Highly, highly recommend this. This is so good. I haven't even touched gel eyeliner for my wing liner since I had this. So something else that I've been loving this month, when I wear foundation, I don't want to wear heavy foundation, and this is the best. I've talked about this before. I think it was in my April favorites. It is, of course, my holy grail foundation. That is my L'Oreal True Match. I have MAC Studio Fix. I have MAC Pro Longwear. I have CoverGirl, not CoverGirl, Revlon Color Stay, and none of them compared to this one, because all those other ones I find feel heavy on my face, especially when it's hot and I'm sweaty. And this I can put on a really, really thin layer. I mix 2 colors, just, you know, in case you didn't know, W6 and W7. I have a very thin layer on right now, and it's beautiful. It works into the skin so well, and I find that once I leave it alone for about 10 minutes and just let it sink into the skin, and then powder it, it really does last beautifully. And those foundations, in conjunction with the Revitalift, the Miracle Blur primer, is win for me, absolute win. My concealer for the month, the last 2 months really, has been the Maybelline Age Rewind. Excellent concealer. Again, for summer, it's hot, we sweat a lot, you don't want something to move around, you also don't want it to cake up and crease up. This is really, really good. I would say it's comparable to the MAC Pro Longwear. It doesn't crease, it goes on nice and thin, it's not cakey or heavy, it gives you really great coverage, easy to blend out, lasts forever. So yeah, that's my little ad for Maybelline. And while we're talking about foundation and concealer, I just mentioned my favorite brush of the month. I've been using this brush for a while, I love it. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and it is really, really good for putting on a really thin layer of foundation. I like it because it can get right up under the eyes, and I can tap to blend out my concealer. And I do have a tutorial on this look. It's coming on Thursday, so stick around for that, and you'll see me use all these things in that tutorial. Okay, two last actual face makeup items. This is a Pigment. I got this at a trade show here in Barbados at Girlfriends Expo quite a few months ago. I think it was in January or February. And it is a MAC pigment. I don't have the name of it. The names that they had were kind of all wrong. I knew because there was one that they had labeled blue brown, and it definitely was not MAC blue brown pigment because I own that and know what it looks like. So I don't know exactly what color this is, but it's a really pretty sandy, I think it is actually called sand. I've looked it up, but it's that color. I love it for the eyes. I have it as my inner corner highlight, but I also love it applied really, really gently as a highlight. And it gives you that really, really nice summer glow without being too over the top. So I really love that. Then the last couple of makeup items are my Coastal Scents Hot Pots. Now I did feature these in my April favorites, but this time it's specifically a few colors. It's this one, which is called Deep Merlot. This one, which is called Mai Tai. They're similar, but they're not exactly the same. The Deep Merlot has a little bit more of a lilac-y kind of pinky cast to it. See if I can swatch it. So the top one there is Deep Merlot, and that's Mai Tai. And then I'm also absolutely loving this one, and it's called, what is it called? Cherry Chocolate, which is a kind of reddish brown. So beautiful. And then the other two that I'm loving are this one, which is Chocolate Berry. It's like that. It's a little darker version of Cherry Chocolate. And this one down here, which is called Incognito. And it's marketed as a black. It actually comes out more like a very, very dark gray, but you can build it up. It is really beautiful. I used all of those, plus a few more from this palette for my Rihanna tutorial, as well as my Get Ready With Me Smoky Metallic Eyes tutorial. So they're all there for you to see if you want to see them. Okay, and so last couple of things I have some lip products, nail products, and one hair product. So I'll go with the lips first. This has been my combination, my go-to lip for the last month and some. These ones. This is the Clean Color Lip Pencil in Mocha, which is just a dark brown. And it's very similar to the color of my lips, just not so plummy because my natural lips are quite plummy. And then the NYX liner in soft brown, and I will use either or of these or both on a day, and I'll usually top it off with MAC Myth lipstick, which is this really beautiful kind of true neutral beige kind of color. It doesn't have too much pink in it, and it makes a really great kind of natural nude matte lip. I use these to define my lips because even when I'm wearing a nude lip, I do like to have some definition. I don't like to look ghostly, and this is a little bit light for me, but when I mix it with these two, it's brilliant. And if I feel like doing a glossy lip, I'll add a little bit of NYX beige lip gloss over the top of it. Just gives that really beautiful glow. Again, I use this exact combination in my Get Ready With Me Smoky Metallic Eyes. Shameless plug here. Another lipstick that I have been loving this summer because it's just such a bright, fun color is the one that I'm wearing right now, and it is the Maybelline Vivids collection. This color is called Vivid Rose, and I just nicked it. Anyway, it's this color here. It is a really, really beautiful kind of bright fuchsia color. I'm wearing it now. I'm swatching it anyway because, you know, why the hell not? I love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful color, and these lipsticks smell so good. Last 4 items here. The first ones are nail polishes. This color I bought myself here in Imart. They just opened recently a Rimmel stand, and I got this Salon Pro, Rimmel color, and this is called Kate. Well, this is the Kate collection. It's called Punk Rock, and it's just this really nice kind of muted grape gray kind of cream color. It's not really, when I say cream, I mean the finish is cream. It doesn't have any shine or sparkle or shimmer in it. It's not necessarily a summer color, but I like my dark nail polish, as you can tell. The one I'm wearing today actually is another one that I really love. This is the Revlon Color Stay in the color Bold Sangria that I have on. I'm not going to show you a close-up because it looks pretty scuzzy. It needs to be changed. But anyway, this one I love. I have been wearing this. I reach for this one all the time. It's a really nice color. It's got a little bit of color, but it's dark, so it's not completely black, but it's and it's not super vampy, but it just goes with everything. I just love it, and I've been wearing it a lot. I do my nails maybe twice a week, and I literally use this at least once a week for the month. So, and then my other favorite combination, I have been using this now for about 3 months. That's this Orly combination here. I'm usually a Seche Vite girl. I really like Seche Vite, but I haven't been able to get some. I know Colleen's here in Barbados in Black Rock sells it. I just haven't gone down there to get it. So I've been using the Polish Shield, which is also dries really, really quickly. Not as fast as Seche Vite, a couple seconds slower. And it is not as thick as Seche Vite, so it doesn't give you quite as high shine a finish, but it is pretty good, and it does, you know, make my polishes last. Certain polishes will chip anyway, but this is actually pretty good. I like it. And Orly Nail Armor is my base coat. This is one of those base coats that has fibers in it. You're supposed to put on 2 coats, and you can see the fibers. Your nails kind of look textured when it's dry. And the only thing that I have to do with this is that once I put this on, I do have to file the edges of my nails because some of the fibers stick up, and that's not really attractive. I have fairly thin, weak nails. Naturally, they tend to split, they tend to flake, and this kind of helps stop that from happening. So it's always a plus for me. And the last product for my favorites for this month, you notice I cut my hair, and I changed the color a little bit. I went blue. There's still some pink in there, can you see? Anyway, I'm not going to destroy my hairstyle. I have needed to find a texturizing wax. I didn't really use waxes when my hair was longer. One of the waxes that I absolutely love is the bedhead one. I think it's called the Manipulator. I love it. Hard to find in Barbados. Can't find it. Forget it. I found this one in the supermarket, and it's the Herbal Essences Texturizing Wax, the Set Me Up Texturizing Wax, and it's pretty good. It's not as, it's kind of more of a cream pomade consistency. The bedhead one is a little bit more fluid, I guess you could say. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like if you tilt the jar, it'll actually move, where this one doesn't. It just stays there. But it is kind of like that, and it is quite sticky, and it does do nice things for the hair. It doesn't make my hair feel sticky though. So once it's in, my hair doesn't feel kind of gunky and gross, and it does pretty well for holding it up. The only thing I have in my hair at this point in time is this and my Joico K-Pack Color Therapy serum, which I always use, and I mentioned that in my last favorites. And then I did spritz a tiny little bit of my hairspray, which the one I'm using is the Garnier Fructis Full Control Anti-Humidity Hairspray, but that was just a little bit on the ends to keep it from kind of fuzzing. But the majority of the style that I have going on today, you know, any kind of lift or anything that I have, any kind of texture, is all this. And this is pretty nice. I've been using it for about a week, so maybe not the full month, but I just cut my hair a week ago, so I got this as soon as I cut it, and it's worked quite well. I like it. So that is it for my monthly favorites for June. Stick around. Again, I've got a tutorial on this look. It's actually a 2-in-1 tutorial, and that's coming up on Thursday. So I'll see you guys in my next video.